This is N by N Cuber, and this is Road to Sub 210 7x7. This was a particularly interesting mean. It was a 6 minute 19.78 mean of 3, with a 6:09.78 at the beginning, followed by a 6 minute 15.27, and then a 6 minute 34.29. And the reason that's interesting is because it it goes up, like the length of time increases every time, and that's not too unusual. But first it goes up by 6, and then it goes up by another 9, another 19 seconds, and I'm not sure quite what caused that, but overall, a 6 minute 19.78 second mean of 3 is not anything to complain about. I'm quite happy with this mean overall, I'm just kind of confused by it. Anyways, like with 6x6, a big improvement that I've recently made in my solves is look ahead on edge pairing. And I was actually watching the first solve of this mean and kind of in preparation for this commentary, and I noticed that my centers are reasonably fluid, but could obviously use a lot of work. And so, over the next couple of means, I'm probably going to kind of get the edge pairing down. Make sure that I've got that down pat before I go on and start working on centers, but I will definitely be keeping my center fluidity and my look ahead on the centers in mind as I'm working on improving on 7x7, because obviously that is a big part of the solve. Anyways, like I said, good mean. I almost did an average of 5, but especially since all of my, well, I won't say all of my 7x7 solves are longer than 6 minutes, because I do have 2 or 3 sub-6 singles, but because 7x7 is such a long event, especially for people who aren't very good at it like I am, I figured I would just stick with a mean of 3, and I'm glad I did, because it ended up being 22 minutes of unedited footage, and it's probably going to end up being about 19 minutes after I've edited everything down. I generally speed up the scrambles, and and especially with events that I'm not very good at scrambling, that can take quite a bit of time off the footage. Not the point, that's sort of getting into meta commentary now. Yeah, I liked this mean. I'm really happy with how my look ahead on edge pairing is turning out, and once I've practiced that a bit more, I'll start working on look ahead and fluidity for centers and for center to edge pairing transition. And hopefully, with a couple dozen more solves, maybe even 100 solves, I will be sub 5. That's my goal, is to be sub 5 in the next 100 or so solves. Maybe even sub 4. I did see that in a comment that in about 100 solves I could definitely be sub 4. So we'll see how that turns out. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening to this. As usual, if you've got any comments, leave them, or let me know. And I know the camera angle is kind of weird. I switched up my recording setup a little bit recently, and I'm still kind of figuring it out. I figured it was good enough, and I mean it is, but it could always be better. So I'll see about that for next time. Anyways, this is N by N Cuber. This is Road to Sub 210 Megaminx, and Sub 210 7x7, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.